Welcome, everybody. Anthony here with the Bulbaritos, bringing you a brand new live stream. And today we get to talk about Osiris League. And oh, man, I'm so pumped for it, guys. I'm so pumped for it. I hope y'all are too. For those of y'all who are new to the stream, I'm Anthony with the Bulbaritos. My wife and I are variety streamers streaming mobile games such as Rise of Kingdoms, all the way to first-person shooters such as Call of Duty and everything in between. So if you like that kind of content, definitely consider subscribing to the channel. Smash that like button. It lets us know y'all love our content, as well as hit that bell icon and select all so that you get notified every single time we go live. And if you haven't already, guys, and you enjoy hanging out with our community, definitely consider hopping on our Discord if you haven't already. I will... Oh, sorry. Nope. Nope. Sorry about that. I'm going to add the Discord link in our live chat. It's also in the description below, and we'd love to have you guys. Sorry for the whoopsies, fat finger push on that one, so sorry about that one. But yeah, we'd love to have you. We have over 100 kingdoms representing in our Discord, and that's exciting stuff right there, guys. So we'd love to have you. And ladies and gentlemen, I am so excited. If you aren't on our Discord, I'll let you know now. I'm super excited to announce that we have officially launched the merch store. The link is in the description below if you want to go and check it out. I don't believe I've set up a command for it yet, so I can do that probably really quick. And then that way, if y'all would like to, y'all are more than welcome to go check it out. I didn't think about that until right now. So let me just set one up for y'all real quick. And 30. No, we don't have one for it. All right, let me create one real quick. Merch. But for those of y'all who are new to the stream, guys, thank y'all so much for hopping on. It means the world to us. And today we're going to be talking about Osiris League top 4 teams. We are going to be breaking it down, and man, it's going to be a doozy. We have one second, sorry about that. I need to get this bad boy. Why is this guy showing? Oh man, give me 1 second, guys. This guy's not supposed to be showing. Technical difficulties. Apologies. Why is it showing? Let me check the incognito window real quick. Make sure it's not. Okay, it's just me. Oh, okay. Ooh, you had me sweating there, ladies and gents. See, burrito gang merch, baby. Right there. Activate. Boom. All right, here we go. Here it goes in chat. It's exclamation point merch. Boom. Should be working here. Boom. Just like that. There you go. We unlocked all the links as well. So literally every single link that you can think of has been added. And yeah, guys, we're loading up. Our memberships have already hit. We already got 11 members already. We're absolutely crushing it. I think at 15, we unlock another emoji again, another emoji slot. That way we can do it for y'all. And guys, it's getting absolutely nutty out here. So I appreciate all the support y'all been showing us. It means the world to us, guys. And y'all keep crushing it, man. We hit almost 10,000 views. There's just on Sunday alone, almost 10,000 views on our videos. Insane. So thank y'all so much again. Val, what's going on? Hassan, what about JWM? Snow, totally totally wrecking machines right there. Yeah, they completely jacked all our brackets up for those of y'all. Let me switch over to the intermission screen, guys. That way we can chat a little bit. Then we'll dive into the brackets, the bets. I could probably talk about the brackets on our intermission screen. That way y'all can check out the y'all's chat and all that kind of stuff. Because I like showing y'all off. Sorry. All right. Let's put this bad boy up. Let's fire up some music. Because, man, it is quiet. All right. Let's get that Latin fire. Y'all know where it's at. Come on. Sub Bulba. Val. Yeah. So you can go check out our merch store. The link's there as well. Don't forget, fam, if you all are... Sorry, let me turn it down in my headset a little bit. If y'all are members, guys, make sure you go into our Discord, because I have created a couple of the channels out, and it has y'all's discount code in there as well. So that y'all don't purchase stuff if you haven't already. And if you want to, Poontown! Oh, you love to see it, baby. Love to see it, Poontown. Thank you so much for becoming a thick burrito in the members. You are now a thick burrito, my friend. Make sure, Poontown, if you haven't already, go link your Discord and your YouTube so that you can actually... Yes, it worked! Notifications worked! Yes! They worked! Woohoo! The notifications haven't worked all weekend, and I have a feeling I had to flush the system out. And I did after the streams on Sunday, but I think y'all broke them on Sunday, so... But they finally worked. Yes. Yes. Just became a sponsor. Hey, appreciate it. Appreciate it. Emojis. Woohoo! Welcome, Poontown. Yeah. Oh, he already popping them the Bulba cries. Yeah. Tears of joy, baby. Tears of joy. Three more members, guys, and we unlock our last emoji. I'm gonna have to start getting more made already. I'm gonna probably have to order them tomorrow. Order them tomorrow. That way we can have them ready for when. Bramson, what's going on? How's it going, buddy? So I'm gonna keep. So welcome, Poontown. Make sure, like I said, go on. There's a channel under the community that says sync your YouTube. Go under there, follow those instructions, and you actually unlock the emojis on our Discord as well. Because I have them locked down so only members can use them. So definitely go do that after the stream. That way you can utilize those in our Discord as well, bud. So yeah, guys, the breakdown. Hey, sexy people, what's going on, Juan? How's it going, buddy? H-Town, ooh, using the getting hit by the burrito emoji. I love it. This past weekend, guys, the breakdown from this past weekend. H-Town. Oh man, I think everybody's funneling in right now, so I'm gonna get a lot of haze. All awesome now with beer. Ooh, I'm sure H-Town's gonna be out there joining you. The missus, yeah. The missus jumped on chat. The missus jumped on chat. All right, so the breakdown. Let me see real quick. Let me bring it up that way I can talk about it. Y'all already know the map guy or the bracket, so I'm just bringing it up for my sake. That way I know where we're talking about. Okay. We had 1008 versus SFS. And from what I heard, it was an absolute barn burner. The score was on the side of 1008 was 40,353. And on the side of SFS was 41,851. So about 100 or about 1.5K difference in that match. Insane. I don't know. I didn't get the scorecard for this one, guys, so I can't really break it down like what happened. If I had to guess, though, I would guess that 1008 dominated provisions, but SFS dominated the art. Based on the overall views of what I've seen from SFS, they have a very, very good mid game. So if I had to take a wild guess, I would guess that they had a big enough lead from capturing the arcs that the provisions came in, but they weren't enough to put them over the top. If I had to guess. And then I would guess the structure game was pretty close, maybe a little in favor of 1008 because of the Zenobia factor. But that's just my general guess, guys. But congratulations to SFS. They beat a team that had Zenobia. So Zenobia, like we always say, Zenobia isn't going to win you the match. Let me catch up real quick. Hey, you sexy people. Logan, super chat, $1.99. What's going on, baby? Here. Ooh, I like it. Dude, the notifications are working. I'm loving it. I'm loving it now. Oh, awesome. Now with beer. Mrs. popping open the first beer now. Look at H-Town. Ben Diesel Rose. What's going on? Yeah. Barely the first. You're running late, brother. Being a slacker. Yes, indeed. SFS ran all three. That's kind of what I suspected. SFS have a really, really good, solid mid-game strat. They run the arcs really, really well. So I suspected that would be the case. I also suspect that 108 was the one that won the provision game, probably by about, I would say 3,000 if I had to guess. Maybe it was like 7.5 to 4.7 or 5, somewhere around there if I had to take a stab. So yeah, congratulations to SFS for knocking out 108 and getting into top 4. All of these teams are going to be talking about. The top 4 have officially made it into the Osiris Invitational. And yeah, man, y'all are crushing it. Crushing it. Let me see. Kevin, let me see. Hi. I'm new from the game, and I wanted to know if by any chance the winner of both realms are going to play each other for the title of the best Osiris League team. So Kevin, it's funny that you asked that. I'm going to have to go back in the videos, but I could have sworn I'm about 99% sure, guys. And the only reason I'm that for sure is because I remember I recorded and we went through all the rules. We went through all the breakdowns, all the stuff. And I remember there being wording in there that said that the top 4 would be an Osiris Invitational, and the champions between both realms would compete against each other in a best of 3, after the Osiris Invitational was complete. But the last time I went to go check, that wording had all the terminology got removed from it. So I don't know if they completely wiped it or if they just accidentally put it in and they weren't supposed to. So I'm going to go see if I can find the video. I need to screenshot it. I know exactly the video that it was because it was the video right before the Invitational launched, or the Osiris League launched, where we did all the breakdowns, the rules. We explained brackets, the group play. We explained everything for Osiris League. And I went through all the rules and did all that kind of stuff. So I know that I remember seeing it for sure. Let me see. Juan, they play top 4 versus top 4. Their mid is scary. Yeah. What is that? So the 4v4, the top 4 in the Horus versus top 4 in the Anubis is the Osiris Invitational. That's what they call it. I forgot what the name of the one that I'm talking about was called. I think it was like Battle of Champions or something like that. It was something weird, but I know that we showed it on the VODs. Hope you enjoy your stay, Kevin. If you like what you see, make sure to join our burrito gang. Yeah, I appreciate it. Discord. Look at Mrs. Bulba here. I'm so proud of you, baby. So proud of you. Sent you Discord PM. Okay, let me check real quick. Yeah, there you go. Coming in the clutch right here. Coming in with the clutch right here. Here it is. Was it still in game? Was it still in game or did they remove it, Val? I'm pretty sure they removed it. Oh shit, y'all can't see. Give me a second. There you go. There it goes. An exciting new postseason competition will begin at the end of the rest period. Once the playoffs have ended, we will invite the champions of both realms to enter one final battle, the Osiris League Grand Finals. The Grand Finals will be the best of 3 match, where the winners can win limited edition city themes and other great prizes. A betting event will also be starting in time for the Grand Finals, with more limited edition decorations and other great prizes for you to win. So I'm pretty sure they removed that, didn't they? Yeah, my 008 fellow found it in the game. Yeah, it's on one of my VODs, but they did have this. This was in the rules. And it was in the section that did like the breakdown of like the pool play, of group stages, knockout stage, and it was at the very end when it was talking about the bracket stage, or this part, and then at the very end it had that section. So thank you for sharing that. So yeah, they did put it in there. I don't know if they're going to remove it. I hope not. That would be very interesting to see. It just gives us more opportunity to bet and do all that kind of stuff. So yeah. All right. So let's get back to our dealio. Let me see. The next match on the left-hand side, JWM versus Snow. Man, guys, I heard a lot of things about this match. We didn't see it ourselves. We didn't cast this one. But I heard that there were a couple of hiccups. Mainly on the side of JWM. I heard a little bit about them possibly holding the arc and stuff like that. But once again, guys, I can't really commentate on stuff that I didn't personally see. That's just what our chat was flooding the messages with, was that's what they were seeing. So I don't know if that's the case or not. I know that I did see that Snow provisioned 11k provisions, which does not surprise me, guys. Y'all sleep on provisions. Provisions can win you a match. They can win you the matches, guys. So for those of y'all who are new, let me see. Kevin, welcome to the Burrito Gang, my friend. Thank you so much for subscribing, bud. Pound the like, peeps. Appreciate it. Yes. See, that's when the Burrito Gang comes in clutch, baby. Sending me screenshots of stuff, and man, y'all are OP, baby. All right, so yeah, I know that Snow did a ton of provisions. If I had to guess, I would guess the arcs went 1-1. Either that, or I'm pretty sure JWM won both. If that's the case, by the scores, it doesn't appear like there was more than 2, but I could be wrong on that one as well. So yeah, congrats to Snow. I would say that I know a lot of people were really surprised by this match. I know I was as well. But I definitely think that the match that we casted, even though the caliber of team is really, really good, I think the odds were way more skewed on the HKO match than they were on the Snow match. No, maybe not betting wise, guys. Maybe not betting wise. I just mean in regards of, if you said HKO or OV, I know people know that OV is a good team, but I'm pretty confident that most people, probably 95% of the people that were honestly betting, would have bet on HKO if the odds weren't complete trash. But then again, I could be wrong, guys. I could be wrong. All right, let me see. Oh, thanks, Verify. They won both and hold both. Dude, that's a low. If you're winning them like that, guys, I don't know. I think I would rather, oh my goodness, I think I would rather risk it for the biscuit than hold and potentially put yourself in a weird situation. All right, let me just clear all these out because these notifications are gonna piss me off. Oh, I gotta get the material supply again. I'll get that off stream though. Oh, that's why. Wheel of Fortune. Who we got? Oh, I don't want YSS. I don't want him. I'll do this free spin for y'all. I gotta save all my gems for, yay. I gotta save all my gems for William. That's who I'm saving them for. I know there'll be a lot of people that are excited for him, but I'm not. All right, let me go back. Let's see. All right, let's move on over to the ones that we did cast. Let me see. I was there. 11.7. That's awesome, dude. With the new OP garrison commanders and structures being more difficult to lose, do you think farming would play a bigger part in future Osiris League arcs? I think it already does play a big role, guys. I think a lot of people outside of top 32 overlook provisions tremendously, and I think the teams that are constantly in top 32 understand the role that provisions play, which is why in the top teams you tend to see top-notch provisioners on each of those teams. And that's why, because they prioritize it, they know strategies for provisioning the best and best techniques and what marches they're optimized for. And, you know, they understand that, because provisions, we've seen it time and time again, guys. Provisions coming in clutch to win matches. Look at 1008. JD literally won at the very end, clutched matches for his team multiple times. I want to say at least 3 times he's clutched at the very, very end. Provisioners play a massive role. Okay. In regards to garrisons, I think SFS shows perfectly. They beat a team with Zenobia, guys. They beat a team with Zenobia. It wasn't because they had Zenobia. It was most likely because they had teamwork. They, you know, they did what it took in order to, you know, counter that instance where if they knew they were going to lose a little bit in the structure game, then they adapted a little bit in order to make up for it. So whether it was in provisions, whether it was in capturing more arcs, whether it was whatever it was, they counterbalanced that in order to negate the whole commander deficit, if that makes sense. So I think provisions are very, very important. It's one of the very few things that a lot of people overlook. And so if you're an up-and-coming team trying to work on your strats, you need to find that one person that is really, really good at provisioning, or that wants to get better and work on it really. And then every single time y'all do your regular arcs, you should be tabulating, okay, I got 5K this week. What could I have done better? This is what I'll do better. Next week, I'm going to do better. And then you're constantly trying to one-up yourself, because at some point, you're going to need to provision 8,000 to 10,000 per. You're going to need to do that. It's going to happen. So yeah. Yeah, provisions is a science. Not everybody can do it. I can't do it, guys. I can't keep track. Because I know the trick is to not send your marches back to your city until the end of the match. Your marches should never be coming back. I just can't keep track of it. I can't keep track. One's going home. Oh shit. Oh, I gotta drag. Oh, these guys know, like, they're keeping track of their marches. At 5 things left, they're already ready. Found the node. They're selecting and moving, selecting. Like, they're on it. They're on it. I just can't keep track of it like that. What have you missed? Deep. We just went over the first 2 matches. The preview, or not the preview, the breakdown from this past weekend. So you haven't missed very much, bud. Farmers are awesome. Farmers can win you matches, guys. Yeah, people give you shit for farming, but guess what, guys? All those teams that win bye-bye, you know, they ain't talking smack about farmers anymore. You know what I mean? So let me just get all these notifications ready. All right, cool. What does the chair and timer above your head mean? So that is actually a oh my goodness, what is it called? The subtrain. So a subtrain, it's just something outside of, you know how we used to have the big bar, but it kept having to change it? It's just a subtrain. So when one person subs, the countdown begins, and then if another person subs, then the countdown restarts. And so it just enables y'all to see how high we can get on a subtrain. At some point, we may do something on a subtrain. You know, if we hit a 20 subtrain, then we'll do a I don't know, a giveaway at some point. Stuff like that. It just gives y'all something else outside of the bar that y'all kept seeing. We have a farmer team of 4 and we do 1250. 4, see, but 4 is a lot of marches though. That's the problem with 4. I think if you have 4 people and maybe the other 3 are only sending 1, that makes sense. But if you have 4 people that are sending 5 marches each, that's a little excessive. What team are you in? He's in oh my goodness, I just went blank. He's not SN. He's in oh my goodness, I just went blank. He's 307. CB. He's in CB, Val. Let me see, CB, but in our side alliance, we do that. I know it's a lot, but we have a good system. Oh, okay, well, that's good then. That's good. If you can, the more provisions, the better, honestly. As long as you're not, you know, suffering on the outside lanes or the inside and that kind of stuff, then awesome. All right, so for our other side, we're moving over to the right side of the bracket, ladies and gentlemen. The matches that we casted Rose versus UCS. This was an upset that we called. It wasn't anything against UCS, guys. Rose is one of those teams, guys, that you don't come correct, guys. You know, I hope people still aren't sleeping. I know for a fact there's some OV people that were like, they were surprised by Snow. Rose, don't sleep on Rose, guys. I know they're probably not. I'm just letting y'all know they're gonna come out correct. When we talk about our preview for this coming weekend, I'll talk about all that kind of stuff, and we'll talk about keys to victory, all that kind of good, and then we will rehash that probably before the matches on Sunday. So Rose did come out. They came out hot. The only thing that I would say that Rose, when they look back at the cast, if they do, that maybe they'll notice is they started out really hot, which is good. They were the aggressors. They pushed up on the map. They took first occupation on the Sky Altar, Desert Altar. On the Desert Altar on top side. Oh no, bottom. Yeah, bottom side. Sorry. I'm having to do like the whole Rain Man thing. Remember the map on my head. On bottom side, and they absolutely crushed it on the bottom. But towards the middle of the match, they kind of pulled their foot off of, the Giant's throat. And then that's when UCS started working their way back in. So I would like to see if they're going to come out aggressive. I want to see them aggressive the entire time. Because OV is going to be very aggressive, guys. So if they take their foot off the gas, guys, OV's going to run away with it. So that's one of those things I want to see if Rose will adapt and change that. Because that's one of the only downsides that I saw this past match. Outside of that, I thought they did a great job. They did really good in the middle. Their provisions were solid. Their structure game was on point. It was a little bit lackluster on the very outsides, which was the Shrine of Life and all those. But that's kind of understandable. Most teams don't prioritize those as much because your altars are your highest scoring structures. So you want to make sure that your Zenobias and all those are in those structures. But guys, at the end of the day, I think it has to be similar to, I know it doesn't make very much sense, but like controlled chaos. Like you have to be really aggressive, but to a certain extent, you got to also have a little bit of control where when you need to go like full throttle and when you need to pull back a little bit, and full throttle and when you pull back. When they relaxed a little bit, it took them way too long to kick back into gear. That was the only thing. I think if they pace themselves like that, they're going to be a well-oiled machine. They're going to give OV a huge run for their money, and that's going to be one of those matches you're definitely not going to want to miss. You know what? I didn't even check. Okay, they're not at the same time. I was about to be so triggered if these matches were both at the same time. Okay, one's 13, one's 15. Ooh. Ooh. So we are going to be casting both of these guys. There are no decisions to be made. We will be casting both of them this week. So yeah, that's what ended up happening. UCS put up a really good fight. Rose came in clutch with the provisions. UCS, I think it would have been a whole lot closer. Now here's another thing for y'all, for the teams that are still in it. We've seen it 2 weeks in a row where provisioners, where the people who aren't used to provisioning, okay, they're not used to provisioning. It's just one of those strats that the call out's been made. Everybody send a provisioner. You know what I mean? So you see 20 provisioners out there. As a provisioner, if you are that person, you should be in the chat calling out, hey guys, at 6 minutes, everybody needs to bring their provision march in. You don't need to send anymore. You need to bring them all in. Because there was at least 5 marches from UCS that didn't make it in because they left too late. They left when it was like 1:40 left, and they should have left when there was 2.5 minutes left. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. As a provisioner, you should be calling that out to your team, because it would have been, I think, really close if all of those provisioners would have come in. They possibly could have won, but I don't know. We won't ever know either. So just keep that in mind, guys. Gotcha. Rose had to make in-game adjustments because they lost the first arc. That's what a good team will do. Improvise. Exactly. The great teams can improvise. That's why when we made the suggestion of the pick and ban system and everybody was fighting us on it, where they're like, oh, you have to change your strategy, you have to do that. Guys, the great teams have multiple strategies. They're not a one-trick pony. They have multiple strategies, multiple breakoffs, multiple commander pairs, multiple rallies. They're not a one-trick ponies, guys. That's why I'm saying the skill gap will spread if you add a pick and ban system. That's what you want. You don't want the scrubs that are able to stay in a match because they have one commander. You know what I mean? That's the differentiating. The skill gap opens up. Let me see. Rose had to make it in game. Trust me, we didn't relax. Are you really the leader of Snow Arc team? Who? Me? No, I'm not. Oh, Val, I am. Oh, okay, yeah. Nameless God. Nameless. Very disappointed with you, Bulba. Thinking we wouldn't get out of top 16. Nameless, are you in SFS? I'm trying to remember which alliance you're in, bud. Nameless, which alliance are you in again, bud? I know your name, but I can't remember which alliance you're in. Deep, nice. Can you guys beat SFS? Snow Rose final would be amazing. I'm rooting for you a lot, Snow. Depends on their attitude. We can win everybody. Are you the real Vin Diesel from Rose? Dude, we're making fans out here, baby. Y'all are making some new fans now. We are rooting for you too, Roses. I lead Rose Arc team. Liar. No, you ain't. Hill Van the Great. Only SFS have one clear. I am leader of Snow. LOL. Oh, okay. Guys, Nameless. Let's be real, my dude. I don't think anybody. There might be, okay, outside of the Snow members, most people didn't have Snow making it out of top 8. Maybe top 16, but I knew y'all were good, and I've been on y'all's hype train the entire time. You can ask. If you haven't seen all my casts, go watch them. I talk about y'all all the time. You and Rose are the two teams that I gave massive props to. But the teams that y'all were up against, man, that's some rough sleds right there. But y'all proved me all wrong. It made me eat crow, which is good. Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? Ooh, I think SFS might win it all. I knew it. To be honest, this 2-4 is completely open. Top 4, all matches are awesome. I kind of agree with Bobby. Who the hell is Bobby? Am I missing it? Bobby Jones. Oh, okay. I was like, who's Bobby? Bobby Jones. Welcome, buddy. Is that your blood? No. Laguna has faith in us till finals. Nice. That's awesome. I feel SFS going to be the one who wins everything. Supna da da da. I lost all my Oryx for always betting against Snow. For the next match, I will go all in and Snow. Snow is a cash Oryx cow. Cha-ching! Nameless is the leader of Snow. What's up, man? It is blood. You know, Snow, I've always had, y'all can ask, guys. I've been called fanboys. I don't care. There's certain teams that I root for a lot, but I did not have y'all. I had y'all making it in the top 16. And man, outside of that, guys, I didn't see it coming. I didn't see it coming. So yeah, our last match, guys. How much Oryx y'all got betting on us? Like 500 for Snow. The Snow one, I don't believe was that good. Wait, the OV one wasn't that great. It was 2-1. The Rose one was okay. I think that was 3-1. The snow one, yeah. On y'all's, I made 98,000 or something like that. I think I bet like 8,500 on y'all. I know Mad Phantom said that he won 295,000 betting on snow. Or no, betting on OV. Betting on OV, Mad Phantom told me he made 200,000, almost 300,000 betting on OV. Because we had talked about that match, the OV and HKL, before it even played, and we went back and forth, and a lot of the stuff we were talking about actually ended up happening. So that was fun. That was the interesting part. They turn into chests, Chan. They're chests. They give you the I think the choice chest or some shit like that, I think is what they turn into. I just got 68 from us, man. We got this. They said you guys would get destroyed. Hey, Burrito Gang, what's going on, Sprained? Can max out the shop because of snow last round after losing most of my bets the whole season. We won a lot. We cleared out the shop again. I think we still have like 116,000 or something like that. So we're going to be putting some bets in today. I could max out the shop multiple times, but I'm not trying. I'm going for number one. That's what I'm going for. I'll show you all the matches, though, after this. So OV HKL. Y'all got me all distracted. OV HKL. This match, we went over the keys to victory. I had HKL winning this match. The main reason why was I wasn't sure if OV could hit all the keys to victory that we pointed out. They actually did all the keys to victory and made me eat crow on the first key to victory. For those of y'all who don't know, the keys to victory that we had, or originally that I said, the first one OV made me eat crow on was I said that there was no way that I saw them beating HKL multiple times to capture the arc. So the strategy that I proposed was that they grab the first arc and hold it for the entire match in order to negate HKL's mid game. And they did the complete opposite. They actually captured multiple arcs and they dominated the middle. They also held up on structure wise. They kept it neutral. That was fair. And then they out provisioned them, which is what I said they needed to do. And yeah, they did all of those. So they ended up coming out with the victory, and it was down to the wire. And guess where they won it? They won it in the provisions. The arcs definitely helped as well. So the combination between arcs and provisions, those extra marches that they send out, definitely helped. That was one of those improvising strats as well. Because I think we called it around the time that they needed to send the extra provisioners, and they did. And those extra provisioners are what made the difference. The one thing that I saw from HKL that I didn't really care for, maybe it's some secret meta that I don't know about or nobody knows about. I think they fell in love with Ethel too much. I was very surprised. At some points in the match, there was upwards, and this wasn't even in the middle battles. On the outside lanes, there was sometimes upwards of 10 to 15 Ethels and one murder ball. And to me, that's a little too much. A little too much. I think you could have used, especially with all the commanders being at their disposal, I think you could have lived with 5 and then used more heralds or use more Attilas or use more something else that's going to crank out more damage than an Ethel. I think they fell in love with too many Ethels. Even in the middle, I think we saw 10 to 15 Ethels. We did see their herald strat, which was very, very cool to see. But I think the Ethels are what killed it for them. That and the lack of provisioners, I think, is what killed it for them too. So, but congrats to OV. They did what it took. You know, their keys to victory were pretty spot on, except for the arc. So congrats to OV knocking out last season's champion. But like we said, it was Clash of the Champions, guys. Clash of the Champions. One was about to go down. It was OV that came with a better strat. They came with a better day. John Wick out there getting targeted. You love to see it. Man, and it was a phenomenal match. We were out of our seats, booty clinching. You know, I know Gambit was out there throwing confetti everywhere. You know, pulling the water boy. You remember where the farmer guys like pinching himself while they're kicking field goals and stuff. Yeah, that was Gambit out in the chat room. So congrats again to OV for making it into top 4 again and being the only team from last season to double repeat in the Osiris Invitational. They will be the only team from last season that will be going back to the Invitational. All the others got knocked out. JWM got knocked out. HKL got knocked out. And JWM2 got knocked out in top 30. Well, not even. They didn't make it in the top 32. So, yeah, OV will be the only ones representing the Horus Realm for a second time in a row. So congrats on that. Let me see. Bidding on Rose and Snow. Give the stream a like, boys and girls. Thank you, Bobby. I appreciate it. Val is a Snow fanboy since... What's going on, Gambit? How's it going, buddy? SFS has some ex-JWM, right? Yes, they do. Or at least that's what I've been told. That's what I've been told. The SFS has some ex-JWM members, but they do not have Zenobia. It's going to be cool if ROK has an esports scene. It's going to be a while before that happens. They have a lot to build out before that. 1030, SFS, RX. I'm not sure about the number. Damn, that's quite a huge amount. Yeah, it's going to... I have a feeling there's going to be more heading out soon enough. Hey, Bulba, you should have seen Kingdom 59 Kingdom chat after they lost. 59. It was filled with trolls clowning JWM. It's brutal for an hour. Oh, okay. Ooh, forgot my like. Awesome stream as always. Thank you, one. I appreciate it. It's JWM. LOL. They always get clowned. It's so bad, guys. Yeah, I stopped pushing on the like stuff because, you know, it's one of those things. You know, I don't want it to sound like I'm spending half of my time asking for likes. You know, if people want to drop them, people can. That's cool. We hit our goal, which got us to a 1K. The likes, the likes, what they really do is they help us to grow the channel faster. So the less likes we have, the slower the growth, which is whatever. We already hit our goal, which is the main thing. And would I like to have them? Yeah, but I don't want to harp on y'all, guys. Y'all being here is awesome. Have they even confirmed if Osiris League Invitational is happening again this season? They had it in the original rules, Van, but then they removed them after an update, so I'm not sure. It'd be really dumb for them to cancel it. Do you expect to win against OV? Rose, they wrote about Champions, Clash, Horus, Anubis. Yeah, they wrote about it, but then they went back and removed all of it. I think if they remove it, that's a really dumb move. It's a really dumb move if they do. I don't think it was... See, that's the thing, Chan. I don't think it was successful. The Invitational last season, I wouldn't say was a success. I would say it was more of a flop than a success. No, that's a whole event. That's a whole other event. The Invitational is one thing. The champion one, Val sent it to me here. I'll show y'all again for those of y'all who are trickling in. There's two separate events. There's the Osiris Invitational, which is the 4v4. And then there was this that Val was able to find, and I have it on a video somewhere. This is a whole other thing. This is champion versus champion, 1v1, best of 3. That's a whole other thing. That's a whole other thing. So, yeah, those are two different things. So they had Osiris League, then they had the Osiris Invitational, and then they had that champions, the clash between the champion from Anubis and Horus battling for in a best of 3. So there's 3 events technically. Mr. Bulba, can you do some content on commander testing, please? ROC, I would love to. I haven't invested a ton of time in commanders, and it's hard because I don't spend a lot in the game. So doing tests on commanders that I don't own is kind of hard. That relies on me asking others to do it, and that's the main reason I never did commanders was because I don't have that big of an investment in the game to where I'm unlocking Constantine and unlocking everything to max expertise. Like I think I've spent maybe 200 bucks on the game, maybe. So I'm missing all of the new generation commanders. So it makes it kind of hard for me to do commander vids. That's the only reason that when people ask me for that, I always suggest, you know, Gecko, or I always pronounce his name wrong, Fleisch. He does really, really good ones. Now I want to make commander graphics, like graphics I want to make. Now that's something I want to do. I actually have that on my list to make graphics, where I show the commander, the skills, potential pairings that you would want to do all on one graphic. Now I've been thinking about doing that I've considered doing. That's why if y'all are on our Discord, if you've ever looked at the emojis, why I have all the commander emojis, because eventually I'm going to do content on our Discord where it's going to be like, all right guys, Sun Tzu is this week. I want y'all to give me your best pairs for Sun Tzu, and then the overall, you know, if we see Sun Tzu with YSG 50 times, then I'm going to add that onto our list, and I'm going to make lists according to our player base, because our player base is going to know all the different metas, different stuff like that, and then we'll build graphics around it for us. So that's what I plan on actually doing. Let's see. Provide entertainment though. See, Chan, the invitational, I think, is entertaining for the players, but not for the spectators. I think when they leveled the field out for invitational, I think it kills the spectator experience, because everybody's running with the same 5 marches on the field. Everybody's running with max expertise Attila Takeda. Everyone's running with, they're going to have Zenobia garrisons in all structures. They're going to have, if they level the field out for invitational, I think it's boring to cast, because it's the same thing over and over and over again. It's dumb. What will happen with Wheel of Failure? No more drinking. No, Puntan, we're just not doing it. I don't tend to do it during the week, because like right now, I'll give you an example. We have 28 viewers and 10 likes. So we would be spinning maybe twice, maybe. Like right now, we would be spinning 1 time. So doing a whole wheel, we still have the wheels, guys, but I don't have enough viewers, active viewers during the week, to where it makes the wheel a thing to do, if that makes sense. Because we could do the 1 spin, land on water, and that's the only thing you see for the whole stream. So that's why I like doing it during Ark of Osiris, all that kind of stuff, because we get 200, 300 people, and then that makes it worth doing. But I do have the wheel. We actually made another wheel where it's the Chingon wheel. So when we get a Chingon member that joins our YouTube family, then we have a Chingon wheel, and that's where we added in like the cream pie to the face, twerking, inflatable man, all those kinds of deals got added to that wheel. So we're still doing it, guys. Drinking, I like drinking. Let me see, hold on. I don't care how much power Ghost Rider, I don't care how much power V636 has, they will stand no chance. I don't even know. Is good. You never know. Well, don't count them out. Drinking, I like drinking. I do too, H-Town. Yeah, many of them came from rather successful ARC teams. I've watched all the matches of this season. I have not ever seen a team have a better mid-strat than SFS. It is just insane how good they are. It's an interesting one. That's an interesting one. I'll have to think that one over, because I'll be here thinking for like 5 to 10 minutes thinking on that one. Early Vietnamese, they don't have Zenobia. You can still win without Zenobia. True. Ask BBTH and 411K about that. That doesn't really apply, my dude, because BBTH was playing against Snow, and Snow has Zenobia, so that doesn't really count. That's not really a valid point. And 411K won the structure score, but went 1 for 1 in the middle. So technically, the provisions are what came in clutch. So kind of not really. Yeah. Yeah, I would say Ghost Rider. I would say go rewatch our cast, bud. BBTH, yeah, they played against Snow. Snow had Zenobia. BBTH were the ones that didn't have Zenobia. It was the opposite, bud. So Snow won a match before Zenobia by like 9. It's gonna be a tough match. Good luck. Gambit, I think 1590 is playing well, to be honest, but I understand the 636 love. I don't even know. Y'all are talking about Anubis. I haven't paid attention to any of them. We didn't beat 411K because of Zenobia. 411K didn't have Zenobia, so I don't really know. That's good though. You know, better team will win when it's even playing field. But it makes for a boring experience if it's a level playing field. Makes it for a boring viewer experience. It's good though. You know better. You think it didn't help? LOL. I didn't say it didn't help. I'm saying you just said that the team that had Zenobia, the teams that you were saying didn't have Zenobia were the teams that had Zenobia, but that's what I'm saying. I didn't say that it didn't help. What I was saying is that the teams that you pointed out were the teams that had Zenobia. Slotty disconnect to the game during the third arc. He knew they lost third arc and told everyone send 2 troops, go farming. Smart. It's a good play. You think after you max Zenobia, you get insta victory versus Noobish Kingdoms? Against Noobish Kingdoms? If they don't have the teamwork, I think Zenobia does a lot more work if your team is trash. I like the block a commander idea to make it more interesting. That's what I think, H-Town. I think you introduce it into the invitational and it makes it a whole lot more interesting because then everybody has the availability to possibly using Zenobia, that kind of stuff. So I think it makes it more diverse. But BBTH didn't. Yeah, BBTH didn't have it. I'm in 399. I know they didn't have it. Yeah, what Van said, I just said the same thing to my Alliance H-Town. What do you think about a wall graphic between Alliance flags? Wall graphic? What do you mean? Bobby, I did make a suggestion that next season they need to change the map up a little bit to make it more diverse. I think to make it more dynamic. What I mean by that is like, you know how the strat for some teams is just to march their marches straight to the enemy's desert altar? I think they need to put some walls or some mountains, like small chains somewhere, so it forces battles to happen in funneled areas, if that makes sense, especially in the middle. The last thing you want is somebody to grab the arc and instantly just straight run back. So if you put a wall right there and force people to come through the sides and meet in the middle, you're creating more choke points for battles to happen. And I think that's going to create a better dynamic for battles to happen. Now, strategy wise, that might suck a little bit. And I can get the side of the teams that might not like that. But I think for an entertainment factor, it creates basically death boxes where if you have really good AoE, you could be just getting pumped in there by a bunch of AoE. Your flag runners are going to have to navigate more than just a straight line. So adding in little things like that will change up the dynamic of the field, I think, in my personal opinion. Let me see. What do you think about what we did not beat 411K because of Zenobia? Yeah, yeah, Michael, that's what I was saying, but because y'all actually lost the structure game to 411K, but y'all beat them in the arcs and provisions. So yeah, that's what I was saying. Zenobia didn't win y'all the match, but they were saying that 411K were because of Zenobia. I'm like, no, 411K didn't even have Zenobia. BBTH didn't have Zenobia either. Zenobia didn't win them the match, guys. If you don't know, then we casted a bunch of them, so definitely go check them out, guys. We did all the keys to victory. We broke all the matches down. We did all that kind of stuff. So if you want to go check them out, go check them out. See, it would be interesting for sure. She wasn't a game changer. Zenobia's a game changer, guys. She's not a game winner for you. She's not going to win the game for you, but she's a game changer. That's like saying Attila Takeda's not a game changer. She's not going to win you the match, guys. That's what I keep telling everybody about Zenobia. Zenobia won't win you the match. But Zenobia affords you the opportunity to do additional strategies that you can't do if you don't have Zenobia, if that makes sense. So I agree to a certain extent, but I also disagree because you kind of... I can't tell you how many matches we've seen where they have Zenobia garrisoning, and before Zenobia, they would have had to leave their marches and swarm the rally in order to ensure that structure didn't fall. And instead, nowadays, they're leaving Zenobia, and all of those marches now leave and leave Zenobia one-on-one with Attila and send all those marches to the middle. So she doesn't win you the match, but she affords you that opportunity to be able to do different strategies. So that's what I would say about Zenobia. You got me backwards. I said, okay, cool. No worry, Ghost Rider. Because I don't want to keep going in a circle, in a circle, in a circle. Can you imagine if somebody blocks Takeda or Attila, though? That's the whole point, Chan. I think that would be a godsend to the game, because I don't think people know how to rally structures anymore without Attila Takeda. I think that's how crippled the game has become, where one commander pairing has dominated the game so long that if you take away Attila from Osiris League or you ban it out, that people are going to freak out. They're going to have no clue what commander pairings to use for rallies. The good teams will. I'm not saying all teams. I'm just saying most teams are going to freak out. No top tier rally pair anymore. Yeah, that'd be really cool. That's what I mean. A wall or terrain advantage. Yeah, it'd be pretty cool. Getting hit by AoE on the opposite side of the wall. Good evening, everyone. What's going on, Tiff? Every little stat commander makes a difference. No lies here. But we can also say the same about all legendary equipment on players. I can agree with that. ROK or ROC Rock. I can completely agree with that. Megan for the win. Meg the shark. Dude, I'm so excited for that. Y'all don't even have any clue. Meg versus John Wick. I'm so excited for that. You don't need to swarm rallies with YSS Theo. You don't, but the name of the game is to take down the structure as fast as possible. And YSS doesn't hold up very well against a swarm and a rally combo. Meg versus Wick. Yep. Let the debate begin. Hey, until John gets dethroned, it's John. It's hands down. You got to earn your stripes. If the enemies don't have 0, then you have a difficult win on the mid, and then you're outnumbered from what it's on. So Tiff, the only rebuttal I would have for that is look at SFS. So apparently SFS did that. So there's their counterpoint right there. SFS beat the team that had Zenobia and they didn't have any. Meg versus Wick. All those VIP 17 equipment they had needs its own video. JWM was wild. Agree, Van. I'll rally with my Charlemagne and don't give an F. What a... We'll find out Meg and Wick on Sunday. Yeah, we sure will. We sure will. So, sorry guys. I wanted to catch them in chat. I like engaging with you on chat, guys. I do. I really, really do. I'm not saying I'm always right. I'm not. I'm definitely not. But I like hearing. I don't know all the behind the scenes, guys. So when y'all bring it to me, I love doing that. For those of y'all who are leaders in the ARC teams, I'll put out something for you on here, and I will send you a personal invitation. This is for leaders. This isn't for players. I'm not going to ask you for strategies and stuff like that. Okay. But I know we have plenty of leaders in here. There's a series that I want to start after the Osiris League. Okay. And you've heard it. You're going to hear it here first. Okay. So this is burrito secret sauce type material, guys. All right. You ready? The series that I want to run. I'm going to put the name of the series here. This is a series I want to run. I've been planning this for quite a while. The problem is it relies on me having other people to talk with. Okay. This is the series that I want to start up after Osiris League. Okay, so it's called Raiders of the Ark. So it's called Raiders of the Ark, guys. What I want to do is I want it to create it like a, I guess you could say like a round table or like a one-on-one where I am going to interview people, prevalent people inside of top teams. I'm not going to ask you for strats and that kind of stuff, guys. I'm going to ask you for, you know, simple stuff like, you know, if it's John Wick, like, you know, what makes you want to, why did you start in the mid lane? Or why didn't you go to the outsides? What made you want to be there? What do you love about Osiris League? You know, what made you stick with OV? You know, what was it like being a champion in the Osiris League? Like stuff like that. And I'm going to ask questions like that to prominent ARC players inside of, you know, prevalent teams. So Mad, if I can get Mad Phantom on, what is it like raising a kingdom from zero to, you know, to where you're at right now? What do you look forward to next season? Stuff like that, guys. Like, I want it to be like a series where it's like interviews between me and really good ARC players. Okay. If y'all have people that, or you're a leader that would love to do it, or a well-known player that people would love to know more about, or if y'all want specific people, then message me in Discord or post it in the ROK chat room in our Discord. Don't flood the community chat, guys. Flood the ROK chat room, and y'all can vote on who y'all would like, and I can reach out to them, and if I can't reach them, then I'll try. But I would love to do that, guys. I would love to do that, and we'll do it live. I'm not going to do it. This isn't going to be scripted, guys. This is going to be live. If chat has questions, and I can ask those, stuff like that. So these are going to be live interviews. Okay, so keep that in mind. It's a little bit risky, but guys, that I want y'all to be able to engage with it as well and have fun with it. Let me see. Redditors. Bulba can confirm I'm Tiff. He texted with me in game. Yes. Oh, if it wasn't for Attila Takeda, the Guan Charlemagne, it isn't the worst. We had fun with it. Round table would be more interesting than one-on-one. I agree, Van, but a round table's a little bit harder to keep going multiple episodes. Interview one-on-ones, I can make 4,000 of them. When a round table only becomes a little bit harder. Now, if there's like 4 of us and we're interviewing one person, then that's different. But it's harder when you have a round table just talking in a circle. It's hard to make fresh content, if that makes sense. It's easy to make fresh content with a one-on-one because everybody else has different stories, different experiences, more than 5 people, if that makes sense. I don't want to limit myself by who's in the round table. But round table one-on-one gives more videos to get more views. Yeah. It also gives you more opportunities to interview more people, and that's what I want to do. I don't want to be limited by who's in the round table. Would be interesting to talk to Billy, Mad, Val about Strat with all of us dancing around the... Ask Van the Great what it's like to play Ark in ripped underwear in a shopping center. Ooh. Make sure you post that question, and we'll make sure and we hit him with it. I already have my number one question. My number one question is, you ready? Who's your favorite Pokemon and why is it Bulbasaur? There's the question for you right there. Right there. Always interesting to see people who never saw Max Charlemagne talking high and wise about him. Shush, blood. You could start the series with the round table. We could. The round table wouldn't be a bad idea. Yeah, we could definitely do that, Ben. Sounds good. But I think people want to hear more about strategy and how they got to this level and how much we can deep. I'm not saying we won't ask questions like that, but asking somebody to give away strategy isn't going to be what they're going to give. You know what I mean? That's you got to kind of like be okay with the line, because you don't want to cross the line or else it makes it really awkward, if that makes sense. Because if you're asking them for the magic sauce You know, it's kind of like you're just setting yourself up to get a no in your interview, and that's kind of Yeah, I definitely don't want to leak strats. I don't want people to leak strats. I already try to break people down. I don't really want to know stuff like that. But I want to hear like funny stories, like what was the most chaotic moment, or like asking Snow, what was it like in the chat room when y'all beat JWM, or like stuff like that. Like I want to find that kind of stuff. What's the funniest strat, funniest story? I want to know stuff like that. I think you'd be surprised. Strats move on so fast at top level that some leaders probably give away more than you think. Maybe, but I don't want to be that guy that's poking and prodding for secrets, because some people will get offended by it. Yeah, but you don't want to be the one that leaks it. Snorlax is my spirit Pokemon. What? H-Town? Oh man, let me unmod you real quick. Give me 1 second. As much as possible, keep the strat secret so you can max its benefit. Good luck with that. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, no, I'm not going to be asking for strats, guys. All right. We completely diverged off of this. All right, let's wrap up what we're doing on this. Let's talk about the preview for this coming weekend, guys. SFS versus Snow on the left-hand side. Winner makes it in the championship match. Keys to victory, SFS. They have to dominate the middle, continue to dominate the middle. They've continuously dominated the middle and captured the arcs. That has to be kind of, I want to say, a given. Like you can't even, it has to be a given. You have to do that. They have to do it. That being said, you have to have somebody who keeps an eye on Snow, because Snow will be provisioning like a mofo this match. So if y'all aren't paying attention and they have 30 marches out provisioning for 45 minutes, you better be dominating the structure game or you're going to be up a creek. You know what I mean? So you're going to have to keep an eye out for that. It's no longer a surprise that Snow did 11.7k provisions. You can't be surprised by that anymore. So dominating the middle and capturing every single arc should be kind of a given. You should be doing that. Structure game, so you know Snow's going to use Zenobia. You've already played a team that utilized Zenobia against you. You may want to adapt your strategy a little bit, because I have a feeling that people from Snow watched your match, so they know the kind of stuff you're going to be running. But all in all, guys, SFS has to be the aggressor, especially because the Zenobia factor is a big deal. So you have to be able to counter it, as well as dominate the middle, which I'm not worried about the middle, because I think they'll do really, really well in the middle. But countering the Zenobia and countering provisions are going to be the two things that I think they're going to have to work on. I don't think you're going to catch Snow on tiles, guys. So trying to snipe them on a tile is probably not going to work. Just trying to make sure that you're always out provisioning them is probably, to me, going to be the big thing. So we'll talk about who we have winning that, but that's the key to victory for SFS, in my opinion. For Snow, you need to split the arc somehow. You need to split it. Go 1 for 1. Basically make their mid game useless. Or you need to overly invest, similar to the strat that I give for OV, where you're going to have to over invest in the middle for the first arc and then hold the arc the entire time. I really don't believe that Snow will beat SFS in the middle. Even with the Zenobia assist, I don't believe they'll beat him in the middle. And I'm being pretty confident about that, guys. I don't think the Zenobia is going to be that big of a factor, because SFS send about as many marches as if they had Zenobia themselves. They're sending to the middle. So that is the reason why, in my opinion, Snow is going to end up either having to hold the arc, or they're going to have to figure something out, because the mid, I don't think they can consistently beat SFS on the middle consistently. The other one that I would say for Snow is they got to utilize their Zenobia. I didn't see them last match. I don't know if they did a better job this time, but not this past week, but the weekend before. They didn't really utilize their troops very well when Zenobia was garrisoning the structure and it was only the Attila rally. They were still swarming the Attila. So I don't know if they corrected that with JWM or not. But utilizing their marches to the maximum potential while having Zenobia as a garrison is going to be a big one. And then, of course, provisions. Provisions have won Snow a lot of matches, guys. A lot of nail biters have come down to your provisioners and doing a lot of good work. I think they're going to need, in this match, I think they're going to need another 8 to 10,000 provisions at least. So it'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see. Let me catch up in chat real quick, then we'll move over to the next one. You can find our disc recording in BLS Gaming when we shouted all together. That's awesome. That's awesome. You love to see that. I love to see that. Snow provisioning scores are scary. They are. You can't take them for granted, guys. What I really want to know from the round table is how Snow are so good at provisions. They're not provisioning with one person. I can tell you that. Yeah, I always watch the stream. How many VIP 17 you got? We have 5, actually 4. Yeah, one of our guys did 17 just before BBTH. That's because you bench our other VIP 17. Gotta love the underdog. I love me an underdog, baby. I love me an underdog. I think this is the battle of the underdogs right here. I still think a lot of people sleep on SFS, guys. Nobody saw SFS, so I consider them to be an H. Where's your nightcap? It's H-Town tipped $1. That's the misses. That's the misses. Gotta love the underdog. So we'll pick our winners here in just a minute, guys. Let me see. All right. Next match, we got Rose versus OV, ladies and gents. Rose versus OV. Oh, man. I have so many members that are from these two alliances. I already know I'm going to get crucified in chat already. So let's start with keys to victory before we go into the who I'm going to go with. Keys to victory on the side of Rose. Like I think we kind of pointed out some of them before. Keys to victory. You got to be the aggressors. You have to be the aggressors. Because OV is going to match that aggressive. So you can't fall back. You're just going to have to, it's going to be one of those clashes where you're just going to have to out aggressive. Be the over aggressor. And that probably doesn't, that actually doesn't make sense either. But y'all get what I'm saying. You got to come out fast. You got to come out hot. Hit them with something they're not suspecting, guys. Try it with something new. Because OV does a similar strat to you. So if you are, then you're going to be clashing right in the middle, which is kind of a really shitty spot. So whether you send people up the mid and come around to flank them from the structures, to split them up, to do, I don't know. But doing something different may actually sending more rallies, sending 8 rallies off the break off, sending whatever. If they capture their outpost early, sending infantry rallies up the middle. Or there's a ton of different things that I would try, because I think it's going to come down to who has the most troops on the enemy side. And yeah, I think Rose needs, number one, first and foremost, they have to be the aggressor and they have to stay the aggressor. They can't afford to turtle up. If they turtle up, OV is going to eat them alive. The second thing in mid, Rose needs to be prepared for the I call it the what do I call it? Oh my goodness. The pinch. There you go. The pinch strategy that OV runs every now and then, where they pinch from the bottom and pinch from the top in the mid. You need to know what you're going to do in that scenario. You have to be prepared for it. It's going to happen at least once. They did it to HKL and got they shredded HKL when they did it. But HKL did it because they were on the wrong side of the map when they did it. So knowing what you're going to do when that happens and being prepared for it, knowing what marches you're going to utilize, all that kind of stuff is going to be really, really important. And then lastly, you're going to have to provision. You're going to have to do some snow-like provisions. And if y'all can do all that, guys, GG's. I think on the Rose side, I don't see either one of these teams winning multiple arcs. Honestly, I think it's going to be split. In my opinion, I think it's going to be 1-1. I would have OV taking the first arc, and then I have Rose taking the second one. So we'll see on that part. On the side of OV, keys to victory. Keys to victory, in my opinion. In the mid game, is going to be what decides this match, in my opinion. If Rose can get 1-for-1, that falls in favor of Rose, in my opinion. If OV can take both of them, or even multiple, even 3 of them, that's a massive hill to climb. And the way that they looked against HKO in the middle was really scary. So just do what they did last week. Do what you did last week in the mid. Maybe mix it up. Maybe you do the pinch on the third arc instead of the first, or do it on the first instead. You know what I mean? Switch up your rotations. John Wick was spotted off the rip, so make sure that John Wick chooses a name that even Legend Ronnie's not going to pick out before the beginning of the match. You know what I mean? And yeah, so that's the first key to victory. The second one, both of these teams, keep in mind, both of these teams have Zenobia. So that's going to be, I think with the OV, we were very surprised. No, correction. No, it was HKL. HKL started off really slow with the Zenobias and then kind of ramped it in. OV did the opposite. So same thing, aggressive while Zenobia is garrisoning, sending multiple troops, all that kind of good stuff. Y'all already know the deal. Y'all have a very good team, so y'all know the deal on that part. But the last thing that I will say is OV is going to need provisions, guys. You're going to need provisions. So hopefully they're working on a strat, whether it's utilizing a skill or whether it's having multiple people send one march to provision while this guy sends 5, or you're going to need provisions, guys, a lot. So keep that in mind. That's what I would say for the keys to victory for OV. All right. Who thought that SFS Snow Rose would be in top 4? Hey, this Osiris League has been full of surprises and underdogs. I love it. I do too, man. I love me a good underdog. Everyone thought at the Mina BBTH and HKL would be in top 4. Yeah, for sure. I can tell you because they absolutely blew our brackets up on our Discord. The Discord competition that we're running, the Madness tournament, got completely wrecked last week. Completely wrecked. Russ, did you win your ARC match? Sorry, I didn't watch. Their Eye for Talent coins. I'm pretty sure everybody lost their Eye for Talent. And unless you're in one of the teams, I'm pretty sure a lot of people did. What's good, Bulba? What's going on, Noel? Your favorite Anubis here. Osiris League 2-1 arcs for the match. OV. Cannot wait for it, dude. It's gonna be exciting. Meg the shark. Meg versus John Wick. Legendary. It's gonna be awesome. Thanks for asking. He should pick Slowpoke. Oh man. Or not John Wick. What's going on, Domar? How's it going, buddy? All right, let's do it. I know this is what y'all always wait for. You're gonna hold me to it. There's only 2 matches this week. Got 120,000 orcs to spend. Who are we going with? Who are we going with? Ooh. So y'all know, there are the rankings right now. There are the rankings. We got to make up some ground, boys. We got to make up some ground. Got to make up that ground, you know what I mean? Being honest with you guys, there's no reason to even vote on the SFS and Snow match right now. It's a deadlock. You're winning 1-for-1 right now. But do I want to risk it for the biscuit, baby? It's 3-1. It's not terrible. Man, this is a hard one right here. Like a potential bad bet could cost me top 3. Could cost me top 3. I put Ayatal on OV. The OV, nice. 57 mil for Rose. That is not bad. A lot of people betting on them. Yeah. I think a lot of people are holding out. Salati decided during third arc to trigger till the death. Cost us the third arc. Don't bet versus Gambit's team. You lose. I've bet against Gambit's team a bunch. Dang, y'all are out here. Look, H-Town's out here. Man, y'all are... I feel the eyes just on me right now. I'm thinking about this one, guys, because this one's a big one. Because this one decides... Look how close they are to top 3. Total earnings. Look at that. I'm in top 3 right now. But a bad bet will knock me out 100%.
Siempre apunto a lo fijo, por eso estoy contigo. Y porque la pasamos genial, es un castigo. Es solo que conmigo encontraste tu abrigo. Y por ahí encontraste algo más. Tú lo sabes, no nos desviemos del caso. Solo tú y yo, mujer. Tú eres perfecta, tú eres mi caro. Y yo puedo ser tu mujer. Sé que tú quieres más de eso. Flaca, tírame ese hueso. Que él no te dio lo que te di. Y no solo hablo del sexo. Lo que yo te di. Baby, te quiero para mí. Tomando y viendo Netflix. No se trata de sentir, se trata solo de fluir. Baby, te quiero para mí. Tomando y viendo Netflix.
Sticking with my boys and girls from Rose. And I'm going with SFS. I haven't gone with SFS the entire time, guys. I've literally, and y'all can go back to every single VOD that we've done. I've literally never chosen SFS to win. I just have a feeling, guys. I have a feeling they're going to capture like 3 arcs. They're going to dominate the middle, regardless of Zenobia. I think they'll still lose. I think SFS will lose the provision game, but I think that the arc captures will offset that, and then I think they will dominate the structure game. And that's what I'm banking on. I got SFS winning versus Snow, and then I have Rose taking out OV. Guys, they've taken out so many beasts already. What the hell? You know, I love me some OV, guys. Don't get me wrong. I love me some OV, but I think Rose is playing at a whole other level, guys. I think they're playing really, really good. I'm excited to see the match, though, for sure. Do the rankings give rewards? I don't know. I don't know, Iron. But I like seeing my name up there. But on OV and you won't lose. We do John want to. For the death, Slotty wants it in his hand. I just think it's going to be an amazing game. So decidedly win. Yeah, don't get me wrong on all these teams, guys. Win or lose, I still love all of these teams. I got members from literally all of these teams except for SFS, I believe. I believe in our Discord. I have friends from all of these teams. I just think it's going to be an amazing game. Yeah, I agree, man. We will fix that this week. Good. Might as well just bet it all. In that case, I will bet on you. HKL was on a whole other level since season 2. That is true. That is true, Ghost. That is very true. But since you said that, That's what we're going with. The not top 3 gonna bet it all. Go big or go home. It's 3-1. I think these odds are gonna get even worse by Saturday, guys. That's why I was holding off, because I have a feeling these odds are gonna get worse too. So I was gonna consider adding more to SFS. I think if I get more during the week, I'll probably put the last of it on SFS, because I think this spread is gonna get even worse in favor of SFS. I think the hype train is on snow really, really high. So I think these are going to increase. I think this is only going to increase after them beating HKL. So you have potential to see like 500 million on OV potentially. So I'm okay with that. But since I'm OV team, I hope you're going home. I hear you. Nah, smarter bets. End of the week, we'll bet on Rose. That's okay, guys. Guys, we already cleared the shop. We did all those things. I'm not trying to... This is just for fun at this point. We already cleared the shop. I'm not really worried about it. I'm going big or going home, because if I hit on this guy, it definitely... Unless... The only if is if this guy goes all in on the same ones that I go all in on, then he'll still beat me. Because guaranteed he has more coins than I do. 381. Yeah, he does. So if he goes the same as me, then he'll lap me. He's probably watching and copying. He might be. He might be. That's all right. He's watching the content. That's all that I care about. All right, fam. I think I'm going to end up calling it a stream. I hope y'all enjoyed everything. Let me flip over this. I think I'm going to call it a stream, fam. Go relax with the wifey. We've been doing a ton of streams. Most likely I'll be doing another one towards the middle of the week. And then like we usually do on the weekends. Yeah, man, it's going to be an exciting weekend. Just trying to get through the week. For those of y'all who joined us late, don't forget, members, I released the merch store. The links are below. So if you don't have the link, here it is. There's merch. And for those of y'all who are members, guys, if you are going to get merch, make sure you go in. We made up the new code channels for our members. Make sure you go in there, see what the code is before you process your order, and that way you can utilize your code. Okay. But ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all so much for hanging out. I appreciate y'all. Like I always say, it's all love, baby. Don't take the bets or anything, me choosing matches, stuff like that in a bad way. It's just me doing it for entertainment purposes, and I like entertaining y'all. And I like it when y'all throw shade at me when I guess wrong, in a nice way, in a constructive way. I like it. It makes me laugh. And yeah, guys, if y'all enjoy this kind of content, definitely consider subscribing. Share it with your alliance mates. Share it with your friends. Share it on your Discord for all I care. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, make sure y'all drop a like before you head out. I would appreciate it. And yeah, if you haven't already, hop on our Discord. I'll post the link here. Discord. Hop on our Discord. We always chat with all of our members, so make sure y'all hop on, say hi to us. And yeah, guys, look forward to this weekend, having a blast with y'all. Hopefully y'all come hang out with us when we cast the matches. And good luck to all of our teams that are still participating. And I wish nothing but the best for y'all. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Anthony with the Bulbaritos, and I will see you all on the next live stream. Deuces, baby.